Okay, in this video, I'm going to show when you draw your foundation, um, there's a way to do it that might save you some time down the road. If you switch over to chapter 11 in the book, you're going to see that he wants you to have the foundation drawn lined up with the face of the siding, which is this line there where my mouse is, not that goofy trim board. That trim board, if I would write this book, I would just erase the trim board. It causes nothing but trouble. And the whole idea of lining your foundation up with the siding is also stupid. The foundation should line up with the face of the stud. But having said all that, when you follow the directions in the book, he has you snap to the outside corner, but in reality you're snapping to that outside trim board. So that means when you get to the chapter 11 and he's got the floor in by that time and he wants it to line up, you're going to see that your wall that you drew is lining up with the edge of the trim board and not the siding. So let's go ahead and look at the foundation plan. And he has you set up the foundation plan with an underlay of the, or an overlay of the first floor. And you can see this student here, I'm using a student drawing, went through and snapped to the outside corner of the wall exactly like the book said. But the book didn't say that that line that's actually showing up there is that goofy trim board line and not the, let's just zoom way in here. This is the trim board line. That one from here to here is the trim board. So we really want to snap to this corner. So let's see if it's possible. I'm going to erase some of these lines here of the foundation wall. And let's see if it's possible to get it to snap to the right lines. And I'll erase this one too. Well, I'll just start at the corner here. Okay, so I'm going to go to wall. And I've already got this set up where we start at the top of the footing. We're on the foundation level, not the basement level, so it'll take it up to that foundation level. We have chain set, and it says finish face exterior. So let's see if we can snap it to here without too much trouble instead of snapping it to there. Yeah, we can. So I'm going to snap it here, and then I'm going to snap it here, and then I'm going to snap it there. And then I'm going to snap it here. And I'm going to hit escape to get out of that command. So we are snapping it to the outside face of the wall. We're not snapping it to the outside face of that stupid bottom trim board. So now I've got a section cut through here. So the left side of my section is going to be the right way. And then the, well, let's flip the section over so it seems more logical to me. Okay, so now we're going to look at this section, and the right side of the section is the one I just drawn where it lines up properly, and the left side's where you drew it to the outside of the trim board. So let's go ahead and look at that section. Oop, got the wrong button here. Okay, so this is the one where I drew it properly, and I'm just going to draw a temporary annotation line to show you how it lines up here. So I'm coming straight down. So that's the one that I fixed. That's the way it should look like. So you're out to the face of the siding and not the trim board. Let's look at this side where it's just the one I didn't fix. And I'm going to do an annotation line. And if I come down from here, you see it's lining up to that bottom trim board. So there's that bottom trim board. So again, all this would have been avoided if you would have actually made the book like the way you do it in the real world, where you line up your foundation face with the face of the house studs, not the face of the siding, not the face of the trim boards. But this will help you to avoid having to adjust your foundation to get your sections to work out when you get to chapter 11. Okay, hope this helps. Thank you.